Statistics SA released figures this week showing that the rate of unemployment has dropped for the first time since the 2008 credit crunch. But the slight adjustment has meant very little to the millions of people still struggling to make ends meet with no job. A substantial number of people are still out of work.
Unemployment is considered one of the biggest problems in South Africa.
The number of unemployed has gone from 3.9 million to 4.6 million. Including the last quarter. So 700,000 additional people have become unemployed since 2008-9.
In statistics, this may be just a number, but there is a face behind every one. Sandisa Sebezo has been job hunting for over a year now.
I felt so disappointed at some stage that I wanted to kill myself because I felt this was too much. I mean, every morning when I wake up, I have a laptop luckily and I have a data bundle, so I go onto the internet and look for positions. And at one stage I even sent the president an email to ask for assistance.
Sebezo was retrenched from one of the country's leading banks where she worked as a credit officer. She has 6 years of work experience, a diploma in cost and management accounting.
I told myself, for me to be able to get ahead in life, I must get an education, at least get a qualification so that I could be able to get a better job. But now, it seems even that education is not really working in my favor, so to speak.
The money she received as part of her retrenchment package has now run out, paying rentals and monthly debit orders. Now all she can do is eat and pray for something to come up.
I feel like when you're unemployed, to an extent, you lose your human dignity, I'd say. It robs you, unemployment robs you of that, honestly, because food becomes a problem.
It's a burden 43-year-old Lerato Mohale understands all too well. The mother of 3 was retrenched in 2006 from a permanent position at a hotel. Mohale tries to approach people for work as often as she can. Every day, she and her 23-year-old adopted son Eugene try and share ideas on what they can do to generate income.
But the worry has taken a particularly heavy toll on her 17-year-old Mashadi.
I sometimes go to school without eating or having money for lunch in school.
Mashadi keeps to herself as she feels left out amongst her peers. She believes her life would be significantly different if her mother was employed.
It will no longer affect me because I will be happy like other learners at school, having my lunch. I think we'll move here in Diepsloot or we'll stay at a place where there's electricity.
Mashadi hopes for a better future, but it's hard to keep her spirits up. These other young people like her neighbor Vincent Siroba. The 23-year-old completed matric 5 years ago. With no money to pursue further studies, he was forced into the labor market.
Most of the times work is not available, you see, and it's only the lucky few that get that opportunity of work.
When you approach people and you market yourself, what do you say to them?
I say hello with a big smile and then introduce myself. Vincent, I'm looking for a job, I'm a hard worker, good communication skills, you know.
Analysts say the unemployment crisis is a ticking time bomb.
The dismissal rate in South Africa is higher now than it was in the 2009 recession. So the rate at which people are being dismissed from their jobs for operational requirements for retrenchment and for a range of reasons is at the highest level in the last decade. The resignation rate, which is the rate at which people voluntarily change jobs, has collapsed to the lowest level in a decade. What this means is that people are reluctant to change jobs out of fear that in their new jobs they would be vulnerable to retrenchment. So the labour market is in a deep state of crisis.
And while politicians and business argue over the best way to create jobs, ordinary citizens are going hungry.
I do want that job. I don't want to stay, like this. I don't want to be like this. But then sometimes you don't have a choice. And then sometimes, there's some things that make you grow, and make you strong.
Less than 500 rand ka kgwedi right for nna ka re ke tla khona go reka parafene bopinyana na mile ke khona go phela tshwana le batho ba bang.
Kathy Muhlahlana, Johannesburg.
Right, so for more on the accuracy of labour statistics, please visit our website, enca.com. A significant number of jobs were created between July and September this year, more than 300,000 in fact. Now, a drop in the ocean perhaps, but for the lucky ones, this makes all the difference.
At first glance, the Johannesburg Central Business District appears to be overflowing with opportunities. But finding a job in the City of Gold is a tall order.
It's not easy. As you can see, all these young people around, they are not working.